respect it. Who gon' check it? Your baby mother favorite trapper, why she keep on texting? Say the boys want smoke, I make my young boys get them. Hollow tips hit your body cause you keep on flexing. Niggas don't want no smoke for real until they get their ass smoked for real. They keep on laughing and playing until the joke is real. We on a mission to get it. Getting whoever ain't with us on the way to the jitty. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin'. Get on the interstate with this one. Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin'.
I love feeding all them.
I'm cooking finesse. I'm waiting, I'm bagging, I'm whipping, I'm flipping, I'm shaking them eggs. My plug is shipping from Cali, yo, you can scoop it from Texas. I'm plugging, I'm jigging, I'm clicking, I'm sticking, finessing and flexing. I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling. Come see me your sacks. The seconds, the Mason, my tellers, them Louis, them Gucci's, them racks. The soda, the Yola, the Wola, the Boda, the Skeezy, the sack. You holding them boulders, the Yola, my soldier, they keep you a strap. Don't talk on the phone if you trapping, cause homies, these niggas are snitch. These niggas are playing like they're loyal, they catch them in cases of snitch. And why should I teach you to kick it? I'd rather go piece you a brick. These hoes got me dope with the digging no mess to whipping the brick. Whipping the brick. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking, I'm cooking. Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin', Mr. Water Whippin'.
Ride around on my side of town, used to think the same bars could hold it down. Check my circle, niggas not around, but once I lock it down, they wanna hold the crown. That's why I'm kicking no kung fu. Make a move.
We're live, man. Monday Night Raw. I feel like I ain't been here forever. I'm back. The B is for Bam, not Baltimore, so I don't want the Ravens fans to get all happy. But we here. Y'all take y'all Cowboy shots. I'm gonna take my Redskin shots. And we in the building, man. It's Monday Night Raw, man. With the platform radio show, we got a special show, man. We got two talented people. They gonna introduce yourself. One lady I'm very, very, very close for. She has booked me a couple of times. I gotta thank her for that. But Storm Belladonna, what it do, baby?
Yeah, what it do, what it do. We are back together again. Because we haven't been like, you know,
hey,
MIA, it's been hard to get us all in here together.
Yeah, we back. Everybody was sick in situations. People got a flout and this and that. Man, I had a wonderful weekend. This weekend is going to be very special for me because it's going to be Subtle featuring Rapper Dude.
Okay.
I had never seen that. That's history in the making. Shout out to Family Affair Entertainment for bringing me and DJ Gemini from 93 WKYS. I will be hosting. He will be playing the DJ. So it's going to be all out party at the Hashtag Lounge. This Saturday, tickets $25. Y'all know, hit me on the Cash App and everything. And then Sunday, I got the artist showcase up at Vitelli's. And after that, I go to Diamond Lounge Junkyard. Yes, man, mature clientele at the Diamond Lounge. But this past weekend, man, I did something different. I didn't host a go-go show.
You didn't?
But I hosted my fan appreciation night, man. Everybody was there. Miss Trina was there. There was a whole lot of my homies came in. And I really had a good time because it's different. And they're hosting from regular parties. I got another one coming up on 25th. I'm going to be at Calma. Hosting regular parties and go-go is way more work. Like, you don't get no break. There was another host in there. I said, here, you going in? I like passing, gave the young brother some good encouragement words. So, I mean, he was happy. He knew me, so it was a beautiful thing, man. It's like this thing. I'm trying to work on the album, dropping videos after videos, because I want to do a video for every song on this album. Then I'm going to shoot my documentary. It's a whole lot of stuff I want to do. I mean, I love Go-Go. Go-Go's where I started, but it's a lot of things that I got to do for me. Like I got to get this music out. I got to get this music out. I'm at Miami Studio 23 and Miami Live on the same day on November 11th. So I'm gonna go out Miami probably like if I don't get a gig, I'm gonna fly out Saturday. If not, I'll fly out early Sunday morning, probably like 7 a.m. So man, it's gonna be good, man. Busy traveling and just getting the music out there. Just like Two girls, you got to get the music out here. And
yeah, that's
my man,
important. That's important.
former backyard man just talking to me today, and I was on the midday shows. Shout out to Super Dan and him. I was on midday show, and he was saying artists get so frustrated when they don't play you on your home station.
Yeah.
But I'm on Atlanta 8105. I'm on Miami 206. There's a whole lot of other venues you can take. So if you can't get it here, please don't be discouraged. You just gotta get on that mega bus or Spirit or whatever the cheapest thing for you and get out there. Because I mean, it's hard with the bills and kids and everything. And another thing, I wanted to back on some shows because I wanted to spend more time with my son. So I'm saying when my son mother showing me on YouTube and showing me all these big things, I still got to do the things that fathers do. So that's I'm backing up all the shows a little bit. Just wanted to spend time with him. You know, Christmas coming up, Thanksgiving. I'm definitely not doing no shows those weekends. So that's
what's up.
Well, you all know about that.
Yeah, I know a lot about it. Yeah, I know a lot.
So how do you choose between that? Like,
well, again, my daughter is grown, so.
But as much as Bella's on a gig, but you still got times you want to chill with your family, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, you know, me and my mom, we have to go back down North Carolina and take care of some business, and I'm looking at my schedule trying to figure out when can we go? You know, It's like I'm looking at my schedule and I'm like trying to figure it out. So it just takes planning and being a multitasker.
Right.
I mean, but it's not easy trying to balance. I mean, again, I don't have a 9-to-5 anymore because I'm retired, but thank God that really helps me be able to get a lot of things done because when I was working and doing, I don't even know how I was able to do it all. It was a lot.
I can't wait till I retire.
Yeah, well,
I'm talking about
a good feeling.
Job. It's hard, and I'll be like, sometimes I wake up, I say, man, I just want to do this shit full time. I don't want to go to Washington Post. I just want to get up and do music. I think it is.
You're going to have the opportunity, yeah.
And that's what I'm working hard. But like I said, everybody, you have to find your lane. You have to find what you like to do best, and you gotta stick with it. Like I said, go-go is a beautiful thing. It's the inspiration and motivation of my life. But in a point in time, you gotta realize, man, you gotta do something.
Yeah, gotta go higher.
You have to do something different. As musicians, y'all do it all the time, and you just go across the world, and you just cannot be stuck here, man. You cannot be stuck here. You gotta your journey gotta be past here. So I mean, you still DC when you come home and you just bring it home. I got a chance to go around my old neighborhood Saturday night. And it's amazing. I'm gonna make up a word of proudness that people that raised me from the mom and pop stores, and we went around there, and they and to them, Bam 640 is big. To them, Big G is big. Might be number like these dudes are doing major things. We see Joe Mepper, and that's all the OGs was talking. Man, I see you doing your thing and this and that.
Yeah.
And they said one thing I love about you. You just the same person. Like I never.
Gotta stay the same.
Switch up. I never switch up.
You can't switch up.
But like you are. And after that, man, like I said, man, the video be out Friday. I let most people in this room see it. It's like it was sneak peek. It was a great when we did the video because I was thinking the video and I was saying that where I want to do it at because I'm trying to break myself out of doing neighborhood videos. So when we did Forever Legendary, we did it on the U Street wall. That's the one. No, you did this one or you did the last one.
That was this last
this one.
Yeah.
That broker, you DJ that event. Right. So that was another thing. And I was telling Fernando, one of the dudes that knew me since I was little, like Ben Chili Boy, that's all I used to go to. And they were like, dang, you so big, man. Y'all here shoot video. They let me go in the kitchen and come out the kitchen to shoot the video. And I was like, when a song Forever Legendary, I like it, did it there because it was so monumental to the city, not just me as a legend, like far as like you got Jim Nash, you got Taraji P. Henson, you got Mern Bird, you got Wale, you got other people that's on this wall that are really legendary. You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle, Don, they people are really legendary. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the whole concept of it, and it came out perfect, man. We came out perfect, and we shot 2 days. Bill shot her part because she had something taking her nieces Disney on Ice or something. So it was a busy day. I went from working 14. This how day about crazy. I went from working 14 hours from Friday night, and I got off at Saturday afternoon. To going home, taking a shower, slept for about. I swear I slept for like 30, 35 minutes. Got up, had to go shoot the video. Then we went up 640, and then we went on the rocks. It was a busy. I was dead to the world yesterday. I was dead to the world yesterday. But that's these things that you got to do. Like I'm just telling all the artists, please don't get discouraged. Like it's trust me.
You gotta put the work
it's a
in.
lane for you. Trust me. You can do music and separate yourself. As much as it's a jam and go-go right now, you got your backyard, your RE junkyard, but let it flow, and y'all, and then to Tamika Band too, y'all taking the talent, and we're saying we're not going to change. We're not going to try to duplicate what these other people's doing. We're not going to try to do RE, or we're not going to try to do like they come on. We just going to stick to our sound. We're going to stick to the script, stick to the journey, stick to the dream. Yeah. And then you just go with it. And I think that's the problem with people get so confused with watching. I got to do it this way because Bugs did it way. I got to do it way because Chuck did it that way. You have to do it your own way. Still honor and be inspired by those legends, but you still got to do your own way. That's why me in music, I'm like just like Rhonda. We had it was kind of like I don't want to say it was an argument, it was a disagreement. And she's like, and what point of you hosting, you going to get the respect or the money you deserve? I ain't worried about money, but they talking about like the respect. Because when I host, and I bring people out. Like I'm selling like between like 30 and 40 tickets, and the other people on the card is not putting in the work that I'm in. But I got a home with hashtag. I love hashtag Lounge with the promoters, with Quinn, with Jesse, with Slurp, and them guys take care of me the way I need to be, not just money wise. I'm talking about seating there, let my sister in there, know who. If my mother came through there, know my. See, that's the type of like building special relationships with those type of promoters, and I get those guys like when dudes call me for dates, blah blah blah. I ain't got to do that no more. I got Trina to do that now. But when I used to do it, I used to get them guys first there because I know they gonna take care of me. And one thing about management, I always said, for some reason, promoters don't come at your manager like they come at you. And I think managers are underrated. I think they put in work, they travel, they do whatever you are. And I always wanted to find a manager that could take me to the next level on a different level. You see what I'm saying? Like even if she know the same promoter, like we was on the rocks and she was talking to the owner, he was like, yeah, we ain't no training manager, we could get this, I'm like, damn, I couldn't even get that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the business part of it. This why you pay these people, this why you do what you do, and they do what they do. And trust me, man, a manager is well needed. Whoever said you don't need one is well needed for the not even for the booking, but it's the organization. Like they could really take care. Okay, we got this person picking you up this day. We gonna have this security with you. We don't like this spot. A manager could take you out of a situation that you will be totally blind to. Yeah. And this talking to Coop about Trina, just what I was saying. He said, yeah, you finally got the right one because when you have a manager, they work for you. Like a simple fact, like okay, if Miami want to book Belladonna, it's John's job to get on there. But like so I gotta see is this the right situation for my band member, especially when you're dealing with ladies, because there's some crazy people out here. You could have yourself in any kind of situation. I think that's the point of me doing my rap thing now. I'm really learning the nature of the business that I didn't know. First, I wasn't just want to rap. Like the other day, like the other day, I was like, hey, you got something to me? I got something for BWI. It's a $370 C100, and I didn't even know how I got it. But when the details, I say, and that's why I keep saying, everybody get your name trademarked. Yeah. They know everything good or bad somebody said about me. They know where I was at guest appearances. They know and all that. And I keep telling y'all people, watch who you talk bad about because you will get them paid. Because when you get trademark and copy and and you got a tax ID, like
Yeah,
banks
take care of your
employees got a
business,
tax ID.
yeah.
You actually get paid for that. Huh?
Yeah, you gotta take care of your business.
Like, okay, you got this many views and blah blah blah, and this we knew you was performing here, and when Bill's the one hit me to it. When Bills told me you would get paid for open mics, like just open mics, not even events you get paid for. Like BMI will give you credit and send you a check for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get paid for even just playing your original song.
Yeah, I know.
Whenever you play it, yeah. So
but a lot of artists don't know that. They just go in the studio and they just do that and they do that. So I said, I was one of them artists that didn't know that, but
Yeah,
now I'm learning in the business, man. I'm learning business. Shout out to my man Fiend from No Limit. Used to be with Master P back in the days. He hit me to a lot of things too, man.
That's good.
And Interstate Snake, who been with Styles P, just me, you know what I'm talking about. And he got his stuff like down together. He been with Styles P and all these big name industry rappers that really like what he do. So I mean, it just. Hey, your boy just got signed. He signed something.
Beautiful, not beautiful. 3-0 Black.
Yeah, that's my man too. I called him, told congratulations.
I forgot the caption on the drink. I forgot the company. Something like independent or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You feeling better now?
You
were sick last week.
I'm still sick now.
Oh well, it's not the flu, is it?
Nah, it's not the flu. It's just regular cold.
Okay.
One of my coworkers was carpooling with him to work. He was riding with me, and that confined.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's
almost like somebody sneezed on the elevator.
Yeah, he got sick for a week, and I was sick the week after. So got like one more day, and I'll be good.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
I'm feeling good. Yesterday I had my daughter's funeral. Baby shower.
Yeah,
baby shower.
It was yesterday. How was it?
It was at FedEx. Your baby shower.
We got a funeral tomorrow for one of my wife's grandmothers, but yesterday was a baby shower. So
baby shower. Sorry
really
I missed it. I'm gonna have something for you, baby.
It's okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna have something for
you. So when she do?
November 17th.
Oh yeah, it's coming close.
Yeah, it might be before that. She kicking. Yeah,
it'll be a Scorpio.
Yep.
Yeah. My sister a Scorpio.
I can't wait. But
yeah, man. But man, look, man, this is the platform, VOXWAV, man. We doing a lot of good things, man. Also, man, be interviewed here, any one of us up, man. Also, we got a stage right there. You can do your thing on stage if you want to any given time. But this what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a music break and we're gonna bring these talented people up, man.
Yes,
I'm feeling real good, and we're gonna ask them some questions about the go-go and the state of go-go right here. I think we're in trouble, but hey, that's another thing. DJ Andre Michael on the ones and twos. Storm Belladon's my codes. Bam 640, the platform each and every morning. Let's go.
Miss Rhonda. Hey, happy birthday, Miss J. Hey, Rhea, Sweet Sharita. Party with me all night long. Say what? That's right, baby. Bring it to the front. Hey, Janine. Well, guess what? Hey, when I see you there, I get a little happy. Hey, Black Crown, I get a little happy when I see you. What? Baby, when I see you there, I get a little happy. Hey, Francine, I get a little happy when you party with me. Well, guess what? When I see you there. Hey, Jay, hey, Randy, I get happy when you party with me. Guess what? When I see you there. Hey, Cole, I get a little happy.
You're listening to
When I see
DJ
you, what? When I see you, Listen, fellas, I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. And my stomach is a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand, but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? Anybody can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow. He got me staring out the window. Wish on a star for a sign. That's the reason why. Oh, yeah. Hey, see you. Hey, Marlon, you sexy boy. Hey. Oh, no. When I see you. Hey, fellas, listen. I scribble X and O's on my notebook. Checking out my hair and my nails. I feel myself up in the zone. I get nervous when you call. Say I'm not home. See your face. I hear my favorite song. Should I send an email at home? I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue? Yeah, I lay my head on my pillow. He got me staring out the window. Was on a star for a sign. That's the reason why. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See you. Marlon, so sexy boy. Oh, no. When I see you. Listen.
Say yes. Come on. Yes. Yes. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes. 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 Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. One more time. We say yes. 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 Come on. Yes. Yes. Come on. Yes. 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 Come on. Yes. Yes. Come on. Yes.
Oh yes, man, we're back on the platform. You see me so much filled up now, man. It's like a show, man. Also, man, VOXWAV, please subscribe to VOXWAV Live on YouTube. We stream live each and every Monday right here, so y'all don't have to watch it. You can't watch it on Facebook or in the Go-Go Report or stuff like this. You also can watch us on YouTube Live. You go to YouTube Live and we just streaming live. And that's another thing that separate the men from the boys, and that's what we try to do. Try to bring people on YouTube, everybody, so they could pay attention to what we're saying each and every week. Well, man, we got these two wonderful people in the house. First, Tamika Joy, man. Then we're going to get familiar with Storm Guest. But these are two artists that can sing. Something I can't do. Or will I not try? So, Tamika Joy, everybody know you. I first met you was on stage with JY. And then you've been doing your own shows. You've been doing good from your state of Virginia and out there in the Woodbridge area. Garfield High School area. I mean, you've been giving back to the community with the bully, and you had a comedy show, and you doing all that. Now, what I said you would do, you said you wouldn't do. Let's keep that real. Be in a band again, or have a band again. So, what changed that, though?
Oh, no.
Wow, we got another guest on the show.
Yes, we do.
So, what changed that?
Well, I mean, not necessarily a band. I wouldn't say I do have the band, but
It's a band.
I do have a band, but I'm at the end of the day, I want to just definitely make sure that I just, when I come out, and I have a show, But as I was telling my manager, Trina, in regards to coming out, because I haven't been, I've been sprinkling for many years. Kind of just here and there. People see me, they don't see me, So my thing is trying to get out, and, the promoters, of course, when you're trying to get out and, they're getting booked, they not trying to pay, like talking about it, where a band, you can pay your band when I'm bringing in professional band musicians, and they charging, of course, because that's what they supposed to do,
that's right.
And so of course, the promoters is like, well, I got to see if you could bring out a crowd. So, it's hard.
Y'all need to cut it out.
It's hard to kind of just, so I was telling her, look, we're going to have to track it for a little bit, till I get, up there to where, where it's not a situation where I'm coming out of the pocket, for the band members and going home with nothing, because I want a nice show and a nice production. So I got to come out and pay these musicians what they're worth in order to get that. However, at the end of the day, I'm not making really a good profit off of what I'm bringing to the table, because I'm going to pay my band.
I'm the same way.
I'm going to go home broke before I,
Gotta pay your band.
My band is, so at the end of the day, I want, like I said, until I get to that platform. So I'm not, the band thing, and like I said, until I get. So you're so simple. You're supposed to charge.
But I don't think I've been giving, because when I do mine, I feel like, okay, if I expect you to pay $200, $300 from me, if I don't bring you $400 or $600, people then where you lost. So that's probably why I grind so hard and promote so hard. But sometimes you gotta give. Go to just such in a traffic jam where you want the little people to promote, but you want to go to white boy and say, hey, why y'all not pushing this fly? And that's where I get mad at with it. Like it's. I understand his levels, but I mean, if everybody on the same show, everybody got to promote like y'all. You promote, Sherry promote, John promote. That's people from the band that's pushing that. But you booking these people, and then these guys are making thousands of dollars. I'm like, good, they getting that much. And like I told a promoter, And that's my man because me and Billy under Go Royalty. So promoter called me, oh, why you ain't pushing the joint? I said, hold on. And Bill said he asked me that, so that's feel like he disrespecting you because we kind of like on the same level with the shows and the hosting. So I mean, just a point of respect, and then people and numbers, and then it's all about giving people. You gotta give people a chance. Like when I first came, I'm willing to sell tickets to get my pay because I got to get paid.
Right. Yeah, I just at the end of the day, you know, everybody want to get paid. Everybody want to eat, you know, and so that's why I'm just like, you know, well let's just. For one, I'm definitely working on an album so that I can get content, so that I am officially, you know, another artist, you know, because like I said, I just been kind of, you know, taking the back road, helping everybody else with their careers,
Yeah,
and
I know what you
you
mean.
know, just doing extra, you know, background vocals or consulting, management, artist development. You know, I've been doing for so long, so I'm finally saying, you know, it's me. It's
That's
2020. Vision is clear. That's the year of clarity.
Yeah,
of
this
perfect
time.
vision.
This
This time, and so you know, that's where I'm at. So I'm in the studio, getting ready to get it in. It's nice and getting this cold weather, so I won't miss nothing. We haven't officially have a date yet, but yeah, I'm working on that.
Said I like to set dates as me as an artist, and I know you know Will, so I like to set dates because it motivates me.
It pushes you.
Yeah, it pushes me to get out there.
Yeah, it pushes you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I'm February, March, definitely will be done. But you know, as far as really getting a release date, making it make sense. You know, videos, you know, everything else, you know, really the business aspect on how to really make it pop, you know.
Are you collaborating with anyone?
I am. Yeah, I would love to have a lot of collabs. Not a lot, but I would love to have some collabs. My brother Demi, of course, Demi Doc, is crazy as hell. I have with some stuff with. I have him and then there's another artist. He's coming back out as well. His name is Darian. You know, and I'm gonna reach out to some other people. You know, so because I really wanna get, you know, just a good feeling of you know, a collective of different things. You know, although you know I'm trying to get away. Although I'm not considered the go-go, you know, person. Although you know, I dibble and dabble, like I said, between Junkyard, you know, singing with them, and then doing some stuff with SOS, and you know, I don't consider myself, you know, what y'all do every day. Because I know, listen, I was like 10 o'clock. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to get on some, you know, get in and get out. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like 10 o'clock, so the show is over, you know. You know, listen, I ain't built for it no more. I just got to build up to that. But at the end of the day, I don't know if that's going to be me, you know, the 3 a.m. type situation. I got 6 kids. I got to, you know, make sure they good. And, you know, that was ultimately my decision when I left Junkyard was, you know, standing on the stage. And I was just like, you know, because at that time it was a big fight. And we was at the Market Lounge. And this one guy, they was just stumping him. You know, and I was like, I can't do this. I was like, you know, I'm like, anything could have happened and popped off, and my children are motherless, you know. So I just, you know, left my brothers, and you know, they understood the situation, and you know, but. You know, at the end of the day, I had to make that choice as a mother, you know. So my children will come first, you know.
Wonderful that you guys perform at Junkyard.
Find your lane, find your stitch, find your journey. There's other things you could do. That's just like I went up 640 and people like, well, that person from around there. I said, listen, man. If you gonna sit here and fight for a block, man, fight for something that you believe in. Like this, we don't own none of this. Right. Even me, my name's 640. I just grew around the neighborhood, but I don't own that building. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what it is. But before we let Storm ask her guest some questions, I'm going to tell all y'all DMV artists, look here. this what you see this man CD cover.
That's right.
You see this man? This man got look boy, man, this joint look like something what's that used to call Nobody Beats the Wiz and Kid Records. This is real.
That was the spot
this
back
is real.
then.
This what you call
the real
about
deal.
investing, man.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
That's right.
right.
Very, very,
That's
very,
it.
very,
They got
very
the words
professional.
behind the CD.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, you know what I'm
it
saying?
definitely ain't no
It's
small
man.
time stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
This is a good time for me to introduce. Thank you so much
Oh,
for agreeing to do
absolutely.
the show,
Good
Chucky.
to be
I'm
here.
so honored to have you here
Good to be
as a
here.
guest on the platform. And thanks for sharing your bio. And I kind of went through it and made some notes.
Oh.
And I'm going to call some things out. You are a multi-instrumentalist, and you play lead guitar, you play bass, piano. I don't even know what a sousaphone.
Sousaphone.
What is that?
That's a tuba that wraps around your neck.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
marching band.
that's what that is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And percussion. You are a composer, a producer, and an engineer.
Yes.
That is phenomenal. That is just amazing that you have been able to. And when did you start doing music? I mean, how old were
So both sides of my family are musically inclined.
you?
As you know,
I played with your dad before, and
yeah.
he's phenomenal as well.
So my dad and then my mom's side, both all came from church and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. So I got my nickname Chucky because when I was young, I used to run around the house, choo, 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 choo. You know, I love trains. But every Christmas for 7 Christmases straight, you know, they got me the instruments with all of the trimmings. So I wanted a train set. I got a bass with a bass amp and a strap and the case in the corner. And I was like, so once I stopped crying, you know, those instruments became my toys. So.
So are you a self-taught musician?
Yes, in the beginning, and then I went to UDC once I graduated from high school, and studied under Calvin Jones.
Okay.
You know, Alan Johnson was one of my classmates back then, but he's the professor up there now. So it's just good to see everybody still doing it. You know, I was up there. I was a pre-med biology major, but I couldn't stay away from the music building.
Wow.
So, you know.
I mean, that's obvious with all these different instruments you play. Amazing. So you are a DMV native, homegrown.
Yes.
We got so much homegrown talent right here in the district. I mean, it's amazing to see all of the talented people out of
DC,
Washington, D.C.
7th Street, Kennedy Playground, Oak Street Market, all that stuff. My family's still there.
Around the way, baby.
That's my whole life there.
1512 and all that.
Absolutely.
And you have shared the stage with some phenomenal national recording artists, Heather Headley, Macy Gray, Cisco of Drew Hill, Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, Bobby Brown. I saw that Bobby Brown. I saw you on stage with Bobby Brown. I was like, go, Chicky, go. The Pussycat Dolls, Rashawn Patterson, London and Lonnie. Is this
Lonnie
Sorry.
Liston Smith.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lonnie and Liston Smith. I'm sorry. So, wow.
Who I'll be with this weekend, actually,
You're gonna be
in
with them where?
Baltimore,
In Baltimore?
at the Keystone Corners, a new spot in Baltimore, at Lonnie Liston
Wow.
Smith. So he used to play with like Miles Davis and him and what's the vibe player? I'm forgetting his name. Roy Ayers.
Roy Ayers.
So they're they're like
Wow.
buddies.
That's going to be a nice show. That's going to be a nice show. You co-produced songs for Heather Headley and Snoop Dogg.
So Heather Headley's album Full Time, co-produced that, and then on Snoop's Rhythm and Gangsta album, No Thing on Me, we did a Curtis Mayfield remake. So it was,
that was you.
Yeah, so it was Snoopadelics. It was High Tech. And
Goldie and all that.
Yeah. And we was in Ohio, so Bootsy Collins was in there, you know. So
I mean, how does it feel like that? Like you as a independent person, you just like, I mean, when you getting all your stuff professional made and you've been on the stage with all these stars, like what that does for like motivation or inspiration being around those legendary people at that time?
First and foremost, it's a privilege and it's an honor. So I best be on my best behavior and be humble and soak up everything in those places that I'm at. We all are stars. You know what I'm saying? We're all are stars. So when we're not like giddy or anything of that, they have respect for you. You respect them. And they're like, I want to learn. And that's what I was when I was out on the road. I lived in California for about 8 years, and when I came back to DC, everything I learned out there, I was opening up to my family in DC. This is how we do it, you know. And, you know, some people never been rude when it comes to business, but I'm firm. You know, and
That's good.
just
That's good.
And it kind of sets a standard. You know,
Maybe I need to talk to you because I don't know how to stop being rude. I'm like straightforward, like
well, you know, see, you get more with honey than you do
Yeah,
vinegar.
that ain't
You
gonna
can say
work
the
with
same
these,
thing.
this type of stuff that he been doing.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah,
oh no, now that's on a different type of level. That's why I'm trying to do my best to learn the business. Anybody, I done listened to rappers younger than me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like being in the studio, like they was like, nah, we gotta do you have to do it like this. I'm like, well, I'm older than you, young. You
Right.
know. But half of the time is like the people that got knowledge, and knowledge don't have an age.
Right.
age limit.
And I think about it, the times are changing. Like back then, when we were their age, you know, I want to stay current. People say, they say, man, you're Chucky, your resume. You know, my resume is great, but I want my calendar to stay current. If it died with me playing for Snoop and Mariah and all this stuff, then, you know, I still have an assignment that I got to carry out as long as I'm here on this earth. And we're burying too many people. I was at a funeral today, you know, a young lady younger than me, suddenly, you know, a couple months ago, you know, so it was like, so my motivation is not any particular person, it's the gift of life. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I was like, whew, made it, another 24-hour shot clock. All right, what you gonna do?
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I mean, back in the day, I used to wake up, you know, 1 o'clock, the musician hours and all that stuff. No, we get up when everybody else is up. The early bird gets the worm, and you work it like a job. I remember saying 2020 some years ago, they said, if you put 40 hours a week into anything, you're gonna see some results. If you balling up paper, throwing it in the corner for 40 hours at the end of the week, it's gonna be a big heap of trash. So
That's right.
you know, whatever you bring it to the table, whether you're doing it part-time, full-time, or whatever, you know, and like I said, measure yourself, you know, set your goals, you set your markers, you know, realistic stuff. When I do, this is my 4th album, I'm blessed to have, be able to release this. But like the music part is, you know, and that creativity, that's one thing, but it's a whole different element jumping into, okay, what pictures, who's going to shoot it? You know, not only do we get a photographer, you know, get a bomb photographer, you got to send it to a graphic artist to make it really pop. What are you trying to say? You know, then the layout, you know, then we got a certain amount of space, all of that stuff in it. I know what I want to say, we got to get it in here. So it's meetings with a rack of people, you know what I'm saying, sitting at the table, be like, okay, Chucky, how we going to do it, you know? And that's after the music is finished. When I was playing with Cisco, that was back 99, 98, 99, I had the opportunity to work up at Island Black Music, which is all now Def Jam now.
Okay.
But work with the image control and the artist consulting. And there were some people that had albums that had been finished for 2 years. I'm talking about mixed and mastered. But the time frame it took to, well, how we going to put it out? The album got to look a certain way, such and such, so forth and so on. So I learned the importance of that. You know, because sometimes if you put something out, the tangible thing, I want to be able to pick this up and say, dang, it looks cool. I might give it a listen. Times are different now. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to look good in person, whether it's on social media or what. So
That's
you know,
right.
continuing to learn.
How were you inspired to this your new CD, All Things Love? I mean, what inspired you? I listened to it, and I think it's phenomenal. I love how you did it, and just want to know what inspired you.
This album, I would say, is my most transparent album.
Very transparent.
Yeah.
Yes,
on my other. The very first one, 2002, that was all singing, but I was in a different place. That was 2002, 17 years ago. And then I put out the 2, mainly instrumental albums in between there, you know, playing bass and stuff like that. It's one thing for a person, like if you're playing a solo, it's one thing for the person in the audience to kind of guess what you're trying to say by what you're playing. It's another thing when you're singing it and it's words that you've written. It's in black and white. So you're telling a concrete story. So that at this point in phase of my life, I wanted to be able to, you know, we were coming up on men's mental health awareness and stuff like that. And,
That's right.
And if you see the way I broke the album down, as I said, I call it my experiences with what I call the 3 seasons of love.
Yeah.
But season of regret.
Yep.
You know, it's where I regretted, you know, some of the decisions I made, some of the scenarios I put myself into. You know, there's one song on there called Glad You're Gone. You know, I was glad some people, you know, but sometimes the other person needed to be glad I was gone because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then that second season is the season of reality where I had to learn to love myself all over again before I could love anybody else or share with anybody else how to love me. So I had to go love my love languages, be able to articulate it. And then sometimes it's a challenge for men, especially men of color, because sometimes statistics say that 65% of African American males that are incarcerated is because of domestic violence, and because of they didn't know how to react once it played off, and then it's like the 40% is the drugs and the other things of that nature, and sometimes we didn't have a safe space to be able to express our emotions. So that when, what they say, men are instinctive beings or women are emotional beings, it's not bad, we just have to learn how to, so I wanted this album, I wanted to be able to clearly express the 3 seasons of love. The last one is the season of redemption. That's when love comes back around with its 2 friends, joy and happiness, and brings all your dreams true. He even introduced you to some stuff that you never thought could be, happen. So in 39 minutes, I tried to sum that all up.
You
all
did an
things
excellent
love.
job. And what I like most about it is very, very, anybody can listen to this and be able to, it's relatable. Some of the stuff that you're, singing about, it's relatable. And it's very, it's inspirational.
Thank you.
I mean, listening to it, I'm like, wow.
Thank you.
If I could share great music.
If I could share my experience with someone else, and if it can help them avert the ditch, or not make that mistake, whether it's music, whether it's my life, because this is over, thank God I'm about to have a birthday next Tuesday. I'm glad to see another year, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if my life could help anybody, people come around, I'm always sharing, points of the game, or whatever, the definition of a game is a competition based on specific rules according to Webster's dictionary. So those who learn the rules and know how to navigate through them, then that's when you become an OG in the game.
I know that's right.
So,
and see, and then by hearing you talk and give everybody some knowledge, this is why we changed from the go-go platform to the platform, because there's so many experiences like that everybody want to tell. And much as we love it, it's still more to life than go-go. You got people that's going through what I got, diabetes. You got people that's domestic violence. You got R&B singers like you, R&B singers like her, not just go-go. So we didn't want to put it in the box. And I hear what you're saying, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have this lady, because I wouldn't know you with her, and I knew I made it the right call when I go. So she's been she has had some. I met Jimmy Jam, and somebody inboxed me saying, "You know Jimmy Jam?" I said, "I met him." Yeah. So I mean, those things of people knowing like different experiences with radio and about, and just like you came on here, I go on different shows. I don't think I'm bigger than no other show. That's right. I be telling the artists, you can't post when you at WKYS and look at me and this and that. I said every interview you should have that same mindset.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Nobody or nobody.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So who are you inspired by and what keeps you motivated?
Like I said before, I like being current. So with being current, the youth now, they're exposed to more than we were at their age. Okay. Like there was no internet. Right. If I had to do a paper, I was going down to Martin Luther King Library, or we didn't have money for Encyclopedia Britannica, so I go across the hall, ask else. So but now everything is at their fingertips. So the way they're learning to manipulate some of the stuff and technology is really, really, really cool. So trust and believe, like, my studio is called the Headphone Lounge. I have some cats come through twice a month and literally just sit down and I watch and see what's current. What's the quick way? You know what I'm saying? The gear is changing. So I used to have all of this, outboard gear and all that stuff. Yeah. Now, you got a good laptop and the controller. It's curtains.
You good.
So
you are good. Yeah, you don't even need a whole lot of stuff no more.
Exactly.
Look at your DJ stuff. I mean, good. So
I'm really inspired by the youth. And my daughter is she's a senior at University of Maryland, and she's studying.
Really?
Yes, she's musical theater and communications.
Awesome.
So, like, one of my reality checks on, like I said, staying current, it was 2 years ago. My daughter, she said, "Dad," she's like, "I want to do a concert to raise money for my tuition." I said, "Say what?" Wow. You know what I'm saying? So when she did that, so we put the band together. So myself, Sandy, me, Biscuit, and Vaughn. Why explain it? Right. And we had the event up at Bus Boys and Poets up Rhode Island Avenue.
Yeah, I know which one you're
It
talking about.
was
Wow.
packed, and she raised like $7,000, and she did a whole show, like 20 songs. We had to have rehearsals, and I had everything tracked out and all that stuff. So background vocals, all that stuff. So I was really, really proud of her. So if the youth are, you know, like they're exposed to some different stuff now, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like they're keeping me as youthful as I can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite part about being a musician?
My favorite part about being a musician is being able to, the ability to say things that some people can't say.
That's a good one.
I was at the gas station on Forestville Road one day. I'll never forget it. I was pumping gas, and I was like, you be playing like, ooh, what? Yeah, what? You know what I'm saying? Just playing around, right? This lady walked around the other side. She was like, oh, my God. She said, you have a beautiful voice. And I was just like, wow, even in what I'm thinking is playing, you never know how it's touching somebody else. So you got to be very, very careful with the gift, because everybody can't hold a note.
That's right.
Everybody can't scratch in rhythm, don't have rhythm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Or don't know what to play
Exactly.
at a situation.
Exactly.
I've been there. The first people who call me, ask me, book me, first thing I ask is who the DJ.
Gotcha.
That's very, as a host, that's important. And I understand what you're doing, because I was hosting a lady said, man, I just lost my husband today. I like, what you doing here? She said, I just had to get out. As a matter of fact, it was Dexter's event. And I took these pictures, and these ladies, man, they was like, one lady, she said she just turned 82. One lady was 79. But she said, you know what, young man, you made me smile just the way you party and had me dancing on the dance floor.
Gotcha.
And that meant everything to me. I swear, I had to go tell my mother. I was so touched on that story by me having them elderly ladies just to get out of the house, just had one good time. They didn't know they was coming in with it was Let It Flow and it was SOS, and we took pictures with them. All that. I think it was my birthday, but I took pictures with them, and I will never ever forget that in my life. That's one of the stories I tell to my kids and the youth, and I understand. I try to stay young too, and I think that's what the problem. Like when I was going to elementary school, everybody was in the band, and then you had trumpet. I think the music programs is much needed, and in DMV, and I wanted to throw. It's a couple of events that I want to throw. That's why I want to take Les Booking and me and Trina and Tamika. We gonna get together. I really want to get back to the kids because I love them. I come out and like the man Trayvon White and them. They called me. They was like, "We heard you one of the pioneers of." In the DMV, I said, I am. They said, what we want to do is we want to inspire these kids going back to school. So we challenge 100 black men, but we want to know, can you personally come? I said, okay, it's cool. What time I got paid? She said 7 a.m. Shh. But I got up and did it because I love the youth and I love the kids. By me being a father to my son, and I'm always there for my son, I drop everything for my son. Even some promoters didn't understand it, but look, I would drop everything, $200, $800, whatever it do. I drop, but not just my son. I just love the youth. You know what I'm saying? When I seen her daughter doing thousands of views of doing what she doing, I love the youth that's coming up, and I especially love not that I rap, but I like the youth that don't want to be rappers. Like they just want to be singers. Some of them want to be chefs. Some of them got football and basketball. I mean, I love the youth, man.
One of the actually it's in DC. One of the youth programs that I've worked with a couple times, and they're sponsored by the DC government. It's called the PAINTS Project. PAINTS Institute, and PAINT stands for Providing Alternative Inspiration in Non-Traditional Settings. So what they do is like they had one of the 4-story buildings on 8th Street, you know what I'm saying, right in the 8th Street corridor, and during the summertime you literally can register like when you do your SYEP program and go there. And so what we did was like each floor was something different. They like had art, they had photography, so they called me in and I worked with those who wanted to be producers and rappers and all that stuff, and did like a training camp, and then they had their performance. I mean, we'd be out there on the sun on that deck and we're like, do it again. You know what I'm saying? And, I mixed a song for them, worked with the little producer, and they did the culmination at the end of the summer at Howard Theater. So all family come, all that good stuff. So yeah, so like I said, and touching people. if what we're doing and whatever artistry that we're doing, if we're not touching people, then we're still losing the mark.
That's right.
Because you already said in the beginning, there's going to be some times when we got to pay the band, and we ain't going to come out on top.
That's right.
But you know what I'm saying? But we remember those stories of what we did here on stage, because that's virtue that goes out. If we're just doing it for the dollar, then that'll end too. You know what I'm saying? But you want to do it to touch people.
That's right.
You know, you never know where people are. You know what I'm saying? And that's I call it keeping the integrity of the music.
That's it.
And
That's it.
you know, and play PYP, play your position.
Yes.
If my position and my responsibility is to make sure that what we're about to put out is going to be on top, that means that everybody who's up here, I got to make sure that the business was on point. You know, because you know. The next thing you know, Chuck, we'll catch you on the next year. We don't want to get no.
I think anything.
Yes.
I mean, I think anything you want to do as career, you gotta take it seriously. Like this on. I mean, we consider it as an internet station, but I still, when she send me your bio, I gotta study you. I gotta go Google you. I gotta go Google you. Just like if I was working there at PDC, I take every post seriously, and that's why I cut some of my hosts back, because I do want to get back and interview the people, because our platform has been great as a video artist. Just like if Big G was coming here, I'd do the same thing to him or anybody else. So
Yeah.
I mean, I would love it. So Tamika Joy, let's go. You got a few gigs coming up. One I'm mad I can't attend on November 2nd, because I will be out West Virginia with Junkyard. They're going to wrap me up, but I swear I'm mad, because I think with Dexter, I hosted to a Coma Station for a whole year.
Yeah.
Like a whole year, yeah, month after month. And I love Tacoma Station. And that's another accomplishment that was to me, to go when my father and mother used to go back in the days. And my mother, I used to go back there. And that's special for me too. So if you touching all these, that same thing I was at the House Theater when I just had to go backstage and just look at myself and look at the sky, because this is like, it might not mean nothing there, but me performing at the House Theater, the house that Chuck Brown built, that was a good thing. So what direction we going in? What these shows? What's going on with the shows?
Well, I got October the 20th. I'm gonna be at the Carlisle Club.
Yeah.
I'm doing 2 intermissions for
That's classy.
the Golden Girls
Nice.
dinner play
Nice.
for
That
DC
sounds
Black
very
Broadway.
nice.
So you still acting?
No, I'm just singing. I'm doing the intermission.
Oh.
So
nice.
yeah.
So
they
after
have
the
2
gigs, you
shows.
don't want to act no more?
No, I'm still acting.
Oh.
I'm still
Don't
doing
wanna
that.
act? 'Cause that was a hit. Shout out to my man Lovell Long, man,
Yeah,
doing big
Lovell.
things. Good.
Yeah,
He does.
Lavelle, yeah.
Black Broadway.
He
Yes.
actually hosted Miami Redskins versus Dolphins, all the events going down there next weekend.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to be going too, but
I'm going November
gotta
11th.
get
See
this
that one
work
time.
in. So,
See you at
yeah.
one of those
But then like I said,
You'll be a good fit for that.
November 2nd, I'm at Tacoma Station.
So how's that? I mean, how's it gonna be back to be at Tacoma Station?
It's going, back to old times. I was there on Sundays back in the day.
Are you nervous?
No,
I'm just asking. I mean, I know you're gonna be playing. I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, when it comes to the band and just trying to get everything lined up, because I do have some special guests, the Tamika Joy Project. So I have London Savoy. I have
That's
Demi
my baby
Doc.
too.
I have Demi Doc and then Darian Turner. That's going to join me for the show. So,
Nice.
we're going to have a good time. So just putting everything together and, just getting on top of everything.
Nice.
So, yeah, other than that, it should just be fun.
I have a comment
Should be
too
fun.
on something. You started about paying the band, and Chucky commented on it. But what I wanted to share is that your unit, Why Explain It, the way you all do it, you have it's like 3 of you all, right? But you use technology to have this like big sound. So I think like a lot of musicians, we need to educate ourselves on
Absolutely.
how to
That's right.
do more with less.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
a lot of us in 8, 9-piece bands, everybody got to get their money.
Right.
And then it's like, okay,
Right.
but doing it the way you do it. And when I saw
Absolutely.
that, I was like, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And when I was at Gerald Beasley's bass boot camp in the last year before last, and I met Divinity Rocks there.
Gotcha.
Same thing, same concept, 3-piece band.
Yep.
She didn't even have a keyboard player.
Gotcha.
She had a guitar player, drummer, and her, and I guess she had her little stuff, and she's like you, working efficiently, and that's how we have to educate ourselves so we can keep some money in our pocket.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And when I saw that, I'm like, that's the right idea right there.
I'm trying to learn right now.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, I think I saw her do it. I think I saw you do it first, and then when I saw her do it, I was like, that's where we are now.
Right, and the trio. So with myself and Biscuit and Vaughn, why explain it? We do everything 33 and a third. So we don't ever, when the money comes in and whatever seems like it's extra or whatever, we just, but we do everything 33 and 30.
I love that.
So it's never, we're never going to be fussing.
Issue with no money.
It's never going to be that.
Mature out here.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's
From
up.
production, we don't need no one sheet. It's 33 and a third, period.
Wow, that's what's up.
And it keeps us, so when we was in those recording sessions, it kept us being creative.
Okay.
Period. When it's going to hit, whatever gigs come in or whatever, we already know how it's going to be broken down. So, yeah.
You need to do like a class or something on how musicians to kind of, get their stuff straight, professional, all things. I mean, people need to educate themselves. And
I'll be locked. I understand them studio sessions. When I'm in that studio session, I'll be locked in.
Yeah, gotta be. You're paying money. It ain't free.
I'll be locked in.
Unless you got your own studio. You have your own studio in your house or something? See.
That's good.
Got to have that.
All things smart.
Getting older, smarter, not harder.
That's
right.
A lot of people gotta, when it comes to studio, man, that stuff gotta be mixed and mastered right. It gotta be. When you put it in the world, like everything's been. Man, you got to get you a team of people that's not a team. See what I'm saying? I got the same video guy. I got the same engineer. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, they know me. The same producers I've been working with, Justin Wells and Caddy Music for years. And they just keep me writing, and we just gain chemistry, and you get better, they get better, and then you just take off like that. But there's another thing is, these days, I think it's kind of harder to find loyal people, especially when the money get. Nobody wants to tuck it out when she
took it. That's it.
Or investing in years.
Nobody want to grind.
I done took many flies that I didn't like, and got my own. Angela, I need you. He go all the information. I just don't want this ugly fly right here. I mean, it's everything.
You gotta make it. It's all about the package. We're running short on time, but I do want to ask both of these artists a very important question. I'm going to start with you. What advice would you have for a young person who wants to kind of follow in your footsteps and, if she wants to start singing, what kind of advice would you give her in order to be successful?
My biggest one would be integrity. That would be my biggest one. Character goes the longest way.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
And your decision making when it comes to things, follow, your heart when it comes to really what you want to do, and know who you are as an artist.
That's a good one.
Because, people will take you off of that vision, that dream, that pattern, and say, hey, you need to look like this, or you need to sing like this, or a little bit of less of that, or, how about you do this? And it's okay to be creative, to try to find your way, but if you have that, I know who I want to be, nobody can take you up off of that. It's like you don't. You're strong on what you want to be, and like I said, in the integrity situation where when you're doing the right thing, and you're making the right decisions,
that's important.
It's gonna work out.
Yep.
It may get frustrated at the end of the day. Not just lashing out. Not, just saying any and everything, bad business, is you got to know all of those things. So at the end of the day, your character,
so important,
is bigger than your reputation, because your reputation is who people think you are.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Your personality is who you are.
That's right.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I would say that. I would say work hard at, making sure that you make the right decision, and don't quit your day job.
You better not. You need that to prove what you're doing.
Because this do not come with 401k, dental, life insurance, and none of that.
Learn the business as much as you can. It's more business than being an artist. It's nothing to be an artist. That's what you love to do, but that business is more, so people think that they could just get out and just, sing, get a song out or rap a song and don't have their business together. And it's like all in vain because, like you said, you're missing out on copyright, your royalties. You're missing out on, a lot of things that you could be, winning, ultimately. So the business is everything.
Gotta know the business. Chucky?
Yes.
Same question. I mean, I think this is an important question because some people are watching this and they want to know. There's some young people out here that want to know, and I think that you have some great
First of all, to me, you gave all great points. I was up there, every time you say one, I was like, what am I going to say?
I want to add something.
So I'll pick up on the piece that she said, educate yourself on the game. The music industry, you take something as pure as music, but if you don't know the music business, you're all bad. I call it, and it'll be coming up soon, I'm going to do something called like the gig rules. And like know the difference between a song list and a set list. A song list is just a list of songs that we can pull from. A set list is the order of songs that we're going to do them in the set. Be a good person, if you're not being a cocky person or an arrogant person, that can get you off of gigs quicker than anything. Rather have somebody who can't play all the chops and sing all the chops, but they're good on and off the stage. Rather than,
reliable.
Absolutely. Well, if they ain't reliable, they're not getting a call from me no way.
Exactly.
And then dress the part. Whatever the gig calls for, dress the part. If there's a color scheme, if you're doing just because you're doing a urban gig, wipe your tennis shoes off, wash the jeans, do whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
presentation.
Exactly.
My girl was saying,
I need you to be in the color scheme.
Dad, why did you just change full time? Because it wasn't right for what I
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Dress the part.
And those are some of the biggest things. Like, and all of those things are before you sing one note, before you play one record, before you do anything. Are you a cool person before I get in? Because when we're about to go and start doing music, we're getting vulnerable.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This chemistry got to be right.
Yeah.
Or I'll do it by myself.
That's right.
And you can. God knows you can. God knows you can do it all by yourself.
Another thing is, like everything right. Another thing I think artists supposed to know, and I don't think people take heed to. Like, you gotta know your worth, what you're worth. Like, you really have to know, because, and my man Super Dan pulled me aside today. He said, "Bam, you're really being used. I mean, those $200, but you bring in $1,100, but they pay you $200. So, in between, something is not right. I know you love what you do. You passionate. I just feel like I just try to promote the show much as possible because I want my people to come through. And another promoter asked me a couple of weeks ago, this girl came in and she was short, like $15. So I pulled out my pocket. He said, "Why did you do this?" Because these people's come to see at my show and I know them and they support me the way I do. What is $15? That's, let them in. Yeah, we ain't gonna do we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna eventually get it. So, man, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, this has been schooling at its best.
Yeah, man. Incredible value. So much wealth of information shared here tonight.
So much.
So grateful to have you all here.
Knowledge
to be here.
All right, Tamika Joy, before we get out here, give you a shout out. Called you back, shout out my man first, DJ Cash, man. One of the highest, her son, one of the hottest DJs in Virginia.
Oh, that's
my man. We turned, man. We did some shows together. We lit it up together.
Yeah, the Russell Hustle crew. That's
Russell
my
Hustle
family. Crew. My husband, he plays keyboard. He's played for, Pure Elegance, Hucklebucks, you name Junkyard, you name it.
Okay.
My son, of course, DJ Cash. My daughter, she sings Treasure Joy.
Everybody do something in the goddamn house. Somebody better do something, goddamn.
So, Sterling Julian, Malachi Micah. Shout out to Trina. Shout out to the VMG band.
Yes.
And just shout out to everybody, man. I just want everybody to just win. That's all.
what's up.
220 is coming. I'm ready just everybody to just win. If
Yeah.
you ain't about that, then hey, you're a loser.
Man, all I gotta say, man, is God bless the whole city, man. DMV, man. Thank y'all for all the support, all the love y'all give me this Saturday. Hashtag Lounge Subtle featuring rapper, hosted by Bam 640 and DJ Gemini. So my first time doing with DJ Gemini, so I'm real excited about that. One of the inspired DJs I like. So that's all I gotta say.
That's all you gotta say? Yep. Shout out to my Belladonna fam. Each and every Thursday we're at Half Note. Friday, I don't remember where we are. Saturday, we at LaFontaine Blue Friday.
No, you gotta go
private party at
like,
LaFontaine Blue.
You gotta go
Saturday,
there like you going to a wedding.
Lucky Strike Saturday. Got a day gig at Anacostia. Sunday, Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo.
Yes.
Shout
out to my wife Malika.
Hi, Malika.
Yeah. Shout out
Beautiful
to All of the Truth. Well, that's the guys, the homies, the band that all got their own projects. Jamal
That's what's
Moore, Kel, Jarrell, the Cousin Attention Band, my brother, Mr. Higgs, Sound of the City, Biscuit, and Precious, all of the family. And y'all can always keep up with me at Chuki Caldwell on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff.
Yes.
Get All Things Love. It's amazing. We ran out of time, so we didn't get to play it tonight, but we'll definitely play it next week.
But please, man, follow these people so support y'all own. And man, just stay positive to the city, man, and all them people that's like we said earlier, man. Never let nobody put you down. Believe in you, bet on you each and every time, because I always bet on me each and every time, and you'll come up out. All right, the platform next week, man. Next week we be right back. Hopefully. A Cowboys win and a Redskins lose.
Whatever.
All right, you good.
You all